Sir. So we just had a few questions for you. Can you tell us exactly how it happened?
I haven't slept for a couple of days, so I'm a little bit worn out.
Yeah? Why haven't you been sleeping?
I haven't been sleeping because of what happened to me a few days ago. So, the other day, I was studying for a test I had coming up. And, I had to study outside of my room because my roommate, he was going to bed, so I went to some place that I could study. And I'd planned on going to dinner, but it was too late. So I have that app on my phone that I can order pizza. So I got that out and I called for a pizza, and I told them, you know, my address because they needed to drop it off for me, and I had never really considered that, you know, I was giving my address out to a complete stranger. I felt very confident. I mean, who hasn't ordered a pizza? It's not that big of a deal, but, you know, this time was different.
How so?
Well, after I had ordered the pizza, I got a phone call. And I figured it was from the pizza place because, you know, it wasn't a phone call, or a phone number, sorry, that I had recognized. So I picked up the phone call, and that's when he started talking to me. He said, "I know where you live," and I was like, "Yeah, you're dropping a pizza off to me, so of course you know where I live." But then, you know, he kept saying stuff in this gravelly voice and almost muffled, and, you know, he he said, "I am coming to kill you," and, you know, at that point I thought it was a prank call, but obviously I was wrong. Well, after the phone call, I had plans to go back to the door. I was packing up, I was getting ready, and, you know, I put my phone away and I started to walk out. I had been packing up, and as I was packing up, I started to remember, you know, all the news stories about some recent murders that had been in the area. You always think that that kind of thing always happens to someone else, and that it never happens to you. But as I was about to find out, I was dead wrong. So I was on my way back to my room when, you know, when you're just walking somewhere and you get that stupid idea that someone might be following you, and you don't really, you know, think much of it. You look behind you and you don't see anyone, so you just keep walking. But, you know, I kept going and I heard footsteps. I didn't think much of the footsteps, but I was running for my life. And, you know, for all I know, this could have not been the person on the phone. It could have just been someone in a hurry, which is kind of weird to think about, but you know, it could have been just a prank, but at this, I wasn't taking any chances. I really hope that it was a prank, because if it wasn't, I don't want to think about it.